refuse again to depart the area, then I will consider it trespassing in a controlled area because I've provided you with the notice that's legally mandated. I will demand an identification. If you fail to provide an identification, then there we have an obstructing a police officer at that point, right? So now we have two offenses that we're dealing with.
Okay.
So, and at that point, if you continue to refuse identity, we would have to bring you into the jail to be fingerprinted to confirm. Okay. At this point, sir, I'm going to demand your identity, just because now, now it would be considered a trespass.
Well, I'm not.
I've given you warnings. I've given you ample opportunity to not ID yourself. All you had to do was comply with my request to leave the area.
Yeah, I know, but you're asking. It's not so. And let me just get this correct. You're asking for my demand. You're demanding my ID.
How about this?
What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, where we highlight a few clips of police interactions and police misconduct, with some educational pointers to keep you educated and prepared for your next police encounter. My name is Police Encounters, and my goal is to help educate the public about your rights and how to handle police interactions. As an American citizen, we are given the rights that protect us, and it is the police's duties to protect those rights given to us by the Constitution that they swore an oath to. With that being said, the channels we will be covering today are Illinois Tyrant News, TTA 42800. Do be sure to check them out in the description below, because without them, there's no police encounters. And before we do get into our first video, go ahead and gently smash that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay notified. It is such a small and easy task for you, but it does help us out tremendously. With all that out the way, let's go ahead and cover our first clip.
Alright, what's up everybody? Lone Wolf Community Watch. I'm down here in Bradley Park and I'm having issues with my live stream. I don't know what's going on. So, these guys are down here drinking and so I'm out here with Ref the Auditor. We were in the middle of frisbee golf and noticed these guys are drinking and I'm like, man, these cops are gonna show up and catch them. And sure as shit, they did. So, figured I'd get out here and do a little cop watch. So, he's receiving a ticket for drinking in public.
Yeah. You gonna be famous?
Maybe. Don't know what I'm gonna do with this one yet.
Awesome. Let me know, man.
Alright. Thanks for being cordial.
You're hoping for something else?
No.
Oh, okay. You gotta stay around here?
Don't answer questions, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a warrant to be looking in cars?
So actually, the Supreme Court has said this is a public parking lot. You don't need a warrant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
You can
Public view.
You can find that online.
Okay.
It's online, yeah. Have a good day, guys.
Yeah, you too, guys.
Enjoy yourself. Were you in the Army?
Yes, I was.
How long?
I was in for 8 years.
Awesome. So a veteran
We're
and you don't
talking
like
to Ref.
police.
Oh, I never.
It's not that we don't like
Nothing.
police, man. We just make sure you guys uphold your oath. That's all.
Right.
That's
So
it.
did you uphold your oath as a veteran?
Yes, I did.
We're both veterans.
Okay.
He's currently serving and I served. So I find it extremely disrespectful that you took an oath, but then you don't trust the people that also took an oath.
Hey, man. Sometimes you run across people that just don't take their.
Have you had some bad encounters?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yep.
Yes.
With the park police?
No, not with park police.
Oh,
Just
okay.
police in general.
Are you? I mean, and you don't have to say exactly where, but are you guys from around here? You've had bad encounters around here?
I have.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I don't.
So
Sorry,
hear
man,
all
I
the
just
time.
don't answer
No, I
personal
get it, man.
questions,
And
yeah.
you can be like that. That's cool. You know, you want to be confrontational. This
No,
is
I'm not being
This
confrontational.
is confrontational, okay? Following us around while we're doing our job is one thing, and then to be secretive about it. You know, if you got an issue like me, I'll tell you straight up, oh, I hate the Army. You know, oh, Army thinks they're better than the Air Force or the Navy. You know what I mean? Got no problem with saying that. If you got a problem with a law enforcement agency, have you addressed it with that agency?
Only when I need to.
I got you. That's all I'm saying, man. Like, so here's the thing. So most cops are not bad.
No, you're right. And most cops aren't bad.
But then you get people like you guys who, like you said, you're just making sure that we do our job.
Mm-hmm.
In all actuality, as you know, our job was done when we got done. That was a great encounter.
Sure, yeah, and you guys, and I even
even
said that in my video.
Now it feels like it's more harassment when we're just walking around.
It's
and
not.
you're
It's
still
not
honest.
harassment.
You know what I mean, though.
But I mean, you
So
were
if-
following them back to their vehicle and that, so you know, we just continued to do what we were doing.
So if I did this, if you got in your car and I followed you all around, that'd be harassment, right?
Yeah,
It'd be wrong. But since we're public officials, it's okay for you to do that.
correct.
Which I have no problem.
'Cause-
Because you know why? Neither one of us have ever done anything wrong.
That's good. That's good. So you shouldn't have to worry about being
No,
recorded
no,
then.
it's just it's.
And you
It's
shouldn't
bad
think it's
enough that we got
disrespectful.
people- It's bad enough that every time we do a car stop or we approach somebody, we got to worry about losing our lives. Every day when we come to work, we got to worry: are we going to?
And every day I come out and do this, I got to worry about losing my life because somebody wants to think my camera's a weapon. You understand what I mean?
with a big apple on it.
Yeah.
I don't know any cop that's
Yeah.
ever seen a black cell phone.
I can show you a YouTube video where a guy got shot just because of his camera.
And what was going on? He was doing what you were doing.
Exactly the same thing, man.
You think he would have got shot if he was doing that?
Yeah.
If he would have just went down the street on his...
Well, I mean, it's First Amendment protected activity, though. I mean, that's the whole thing. And he was just standing there. I'm sorry, I'm gonna retract my statement. She was just standing there because she identifies as a woman, and the security guard of the place pulled his pistol
Stop you
out.
right there.
And
Security guard.
Exactly.
So that's not police.
And then there was an officer that also shot another YouTuber.
And there's videos all over.
Oh
the
yeah,
place,
I
man.
mean it's
You know,
and
but
it's
what I'm
not.
trying to get at-
I have a lot of respect for you guys. Don't get me wrong, okay? I do, but there's other officers. I'm not saying either one of you.
I got
I
you.
don't even know you guys, but
But
are doing, you know,
just think
doing
about it
wrong.
Like, just think about it like this. Even though you're doing what you're doing, and I get you're right, but just kind of try to understand where I'm going to come from. To do it in a little more of a discreet manner, because.
okay, see that's where you guys get like sometimes defensive of that because we try to do it in a manner where we're not.
They're closed. There's a Casey's right there.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I thought there was one in the park, but I was like, I think
they're going to open them in like 2 weeks.
Pretty soon. Okay. Yeah, right now there's no heat. So
It's like usually middle of April, somewhere around in there, they open them up.
So, but in that situation, so now I'm aware that you guys are here.
Mm-hmm.
Not only do I have to keep my attention on them, and then when he goes back to his car, but now I feel like I've got to watch you because I feel like there's a reason.
Right, but I stayed in your view the whole time, though,
Right.
correct?
The distance is
And-
fine.
and that's what-
but
and-
what I'm
and
getting
that's
at
what
is
we're-
now-
that's what we
now
try
you're
to
on
do.
my mind.
Right, I understand.
So I've got 3 situations I have to worry about now instead of just the one I'm focused on.
And we all understand that, but you shouldn't have to worry about us just standing there recording when you're dealing with
So,
something.
and-
Because we're there, look, we're there for your safety too. You know, not as well as their safety, but y'all's safety too. And say something back goes off, well, now I've got a backup view of it too. You understand what I mean?
I got you, but that wasn't your angle when we first started.
But it
talking,
is my angle.
right?
This is always
That
my
is
angle.
my angle because I'm ex-military. So when
See,
it comes to
he
law
does his thing, I do my thing. I mean,
it's
that's.
all family. Just like I'm Army and I'm all Army, but when it came to Desert Storm and stuff, all military branches, we were all brothers working together. It wasn't one branch, another branch. Some people had the mentality of that,
Yeah.
but we were all working together to try and make it out.
That's
Do
the
you guys
point.
go
I'm.
to community events at all?
Yeah.
So have you been to the community relations class out of ICC they hold once a month?
No.
Nope,
Where
not
they
yet.
bring the law enforcement and the community together, and there's an instructor that puts it on, and it kind of bridges the gap between the two. Maybe that's something you guys should look into, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of police officers that. So when you guys do things like this, not to isolate you, but when you do things like this, it even pushes the gap even further. Because now, why do I want to interact with you? Like, we're different. I will come and talk to anybody. Again, like I said, we didn't do anything wrong. We know we're not doing anything wrong. and we're not gonna harass you, but I'm definitely gonna find out why you're doing what you're doing.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys have seen YouTube last year from the 4th of July or the 3rd of July at Glen Oak. There's an individual who's going around all over just harassing law enforcement. That's a little different.
Yeah,
But it started like
that's
this.
AM/PM news, and he's a total joke.
Yeah.
But he started like you guys.
Yeah, no, see,
So-
he is still like that. He is still uneducated.
Don't
He
even
just yeah.
associate with him because he's totally against.
Yeah,
everything that
he
we
is
stand
against
for
you
and
guys.
what-
We do, you know, we do appreciate y'all. We do appreciate you guys when you protect us. When we have to actually call somebody or somebody calls for somebody getting stupid against us for doing what we're doing, you're there to back us up too. I mean, that's the whole
Do
thing.
you guys have a YouTube channel? I mean, we like to watch ourselves. Is it going to be on YouTube that we can see it?
Probably.
I mean, we can show you some YouTube YouTube videos we've been on.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of officers that watch my channel. I mean,
And you're from around here? So, I mean, like APM News, we know that, but if we type in like Peoria Park District Police, we come up under APM News. But I don't think I've ever seen you guys' videos.
no.
So it's not open for us to go look at?
It's open. I'm open on YouTube. If you want to find me, find me. It's Lone Wolf Community Watch. Lone Wolf Community Watch. See, you already know who I am.
I seen it the other day.
Uh-huh.
What's that?
Ref the auditor.
Okay. Yeah, I
So
think I've seen
I've
some
been
of
around a
yours.
little bit, but I mean,
Man, just know, man,
yeah, it's a respect thing. I mean, you respect me, I'm gonna respect
But
you.
it's not even, it goes more than that when it comes to us. Like I said, we've got so much that we've got to worry about.
Right.
When we're involved in a situation, now we have to worry about what's going on. Why are you doing this?
I know.
And then
I,
you got some random person over here that sees you doing it, and then they'll start to instigate. And then it's like, now we have a whole nother situation that we've got to deal
yeah, but
with.
see, I don't instigate. I stand back, mind my peace, do my thing. If you guys want to come up and ask questions, yeah, I'm
got
gonna
you, man. That's your
deny
right. We're not saying you
the
can't do
majority
it.
of them. Oh, I know that. I know
I'm
that.
almost wondering, and the first thing I thought of was, I wonder if they want me to come and tell them they can't do this. You know
Nope.
what I mean?
Nope.
That's what a
Not
lot of
at
people
all, man.
expect. A lot
Not
of
at
people-
all. We
We
didn't.
actually are not
No.
here for any confrontation.
I'm
We just do
just
it.
here, just for the accountability thing. That's it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
And that way,
I
it's not just
appreciate it.
like
Yeah,
you
no.
said, the accountability for it all.
As long as your
But also
videos
the
are never
protection.
edited.
I'll even tell you my name. My name's Mike. All right.
I'm Vince. I'll
Nice
give you
to
guys
meet you,
my
Vince.
card.
Lane, nice to meet you, Lane.
So
Are you later than Ronham by chance? No. Okay.
as long as
Badass.
they're not edited, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, okay, see, that's another thing about my videos. You've seen a couple of mine. I don't edit my videos. My videos are fully, this is his cards, guys. It's Officer Vince, is it Cogdell?
Yep.
Okay, see, I said that right. I don't like butchering last names, man. Mine's been butchered my whole life, so. No, yeah, I mean, they're really cool guys. I mean, I just want to know what was up.
No, you guys take it easy, man.
Yeah,
Like I
you
said,
guys too.
I
Definitely.
had to figure out a way to figure out what you guys are up to.
No, that's okay. I mean, like
Most
I
of
said,
the time it happens, they're standing there going, F the police, F you, watch this cop harassing them. Even though you guys didn't say anything, that's what it turns into for us a lot of times.
I understand, and we understand that too, and we're not those type of auditors.
I got you, I
Okay,
got you.
I'm very cordial until I don't have to be. Now, if you would have came up to me and like blah 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 blah, yeah, I might get a little bit cussy.
I got you.
I mean, but you know, I'm not gonna do anything that's not gonna
Well, also-
violate my safety of outside.
So just think of this on I worked at a prison for 5 years in Illinois, and I worked at a prison for almost a year in Missouri. Okay, I quit because it makes you an angry person. So think about if all we we have the ability. The Park District is such a great place because we get the opportunity to talk to people. The city and county and everybody, they're busy. Most of the people they come into contact with and they talk to, it's all negative energy a lot of times. So
that's what we're trying to change around.
Yeah, we want the positive
but
side.
think about this. So with the city, when they might have 20 officers on, and a major call happens and 15 of those officers are going to that call, there's nobody else to handle a lot of the other calls. They're just constantly going. And everybody they deal with is F you, F this, angriness, sadness, death, injury, craziness. If they don't have a way to relieve that, that's going to make them an angry person.
Right.
So just understand that a lot of officers may not know how to relieve that, and there's not a lot of help. It wasn't until I took that community class at ICC that I told the instructor and some of the civilians, I said, we're no different than anybody else. We all are the exact same human being. And if you need mental assistance and you go to ER, you go to the mental health facility and say, hey, you know, or go to a doctor and say, hey, I'm having these issues, I'm thinking about this. We have to worry about if we do that, are we going to lose our job? How are we going to pay for our family? You know, stuff like that. So it wasn't until just recently that we were able, it's been recognized. How's it going?
I just had a quick question.
Yep. Yep.
You know about when roughly they're going to put the water fountains back out?
In at least 2 weeks. They got to wait for it to get a little warmer.
No, I understood. I just didn't know if there was a rough approximate time.
Yeah, I heard out at Detweiler maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So that usually it's the same here.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
No problem. Have a good day. So we have to worry about whether or not we're going to be scrutinized and we're going to be deemed fit to carry a gun, because we have to deal with all the craziness.
Right.
And then we have no way to relieve that stress.
Right.
So if you don't have the ability to do this, so just think the next time you encounter a cop, what they deal with on a daily basis, especially around here.
Well, we do, and I've encountered them in multiple states.
So, well, and I mean, it's like that. I was a law enforcement official in New Jersey, and it's a lot worse than New Jersey.
Yeah.
So just keep that in the back of your mind, and I mean, feel free to look into that and spread that also. Like,
No, yeah, I'm
counsel
gonna go to
people,
that.
and they need to be able to relieve a lot of the stress, you know. And if they come to you and say, "Hey, I'm feeling this way," a lot of times with their peers, it might be a joke. Oh, you're soft, or you're whatever. Just understand. I mean, it's just like in the military. You know what I mean? So, you guys are cool, man. Have a good day.
Yeah, you guys too. All right.
Appreciate your
Yeah,
time. Take
no
it easy.
problem, man. Take care. All right. Have a great day. Be safe.
Thanks.
Try and stay warm.
Illinois Tyrant News is recording two gentlemen that are drinking and that are now being questioned. Now Illinois is doing nothing wrong, just recording. It is part of his First Amendment right. So the cop was looking through public vehicles, right? Illinois did catch him doing it. But when we do it, it's a problem, and we're not allowed to do so, as what they say. Okay then. He thinks it's harassment for them walking around and being filmed. It's actually not harassment at all. Do they know that when they walk around with a body camera on, and it's recording people walk around as they're walking around? I don't think these officers want to admit it, but there are bad cops out there. Yes, not all cops are bad, but there are some. And they can't seem to understand that. Now he says he has 3 situations he has to worry about. Didn't he say that he's never heard of a cop thinking a camera was a weapon? But he's worried about them because they're recording him. So how is this officer making any sense? I will say, he does eventually calm down and has a civil conversation with them. Not all officers are bad. This video shows it. These 2 officers do their job and don't try to violate their rights. Yeah, they do ask questions, but that's normal. Everyone asks questions. But if you listen to what this officer says, what he really says, he does have some points. He talks real talk. A lot of other officers talk BS. But this one is probably the one that we can listen to and be like, yeah, you're right. This whole interaction was handled great. For the most part, both officers knew their rights and stood for their oath that they swore. And most importantly, did not violate any of their rights.
Good TTA family. Back at y'all with another one. Man, today we at the Sheriff's Office, Public Safety Center, Corrections, out in Yorkville, Illinois. And we're basically just getting ready to see if they respect our rights to record in public and to make sure that our rights are not infringed on by anyone at any time. So let's go see. Here's some dogs back there barking. Might be some canines that back there training or something. Getting them ready to bite a few people, I guess. Hey, TTA family, y'all seen that recent video, man, where the guy was ordered to get out of his car, and the guy was ordered to get out of his car, and they had a sheriff's dog or something like that, and the guy got out with his hands up, and one of the sheriffs told the other sheriff, look, told him don't release the dog. And they released him anyway, and the dog kind of like ate the guy up, man. It's like disgusting, man. Terrible.
All right, well, let me know. Send me an update.
The coroner's
Okay,
office.
hope it all works out.
Kendall County Coroner.
Yeah. Okay. You're welcome. Bye.
Hello. Not at the moment. It was Kendall County's coroner's office, right?
That's right.
Okay. Fee, cremation report, autopsy, toxicology. Okay.
Is there something that you were needing? Or?
No, not at the moment. Maybe a little. What's your name? Is it Sherry? Sherry? Okay, Sherry. Yeah, not at the moment. Didn't need any help. Just coming out to document Yorkville today.
Okay.
Yeah, see the sheriff's department. I'll be out there. So I'll be hanging around for a moment. I mean, if I do, though, I'll definitely let you know.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
What are we documenting today?
Oh, just the city of Yorkville.
Oh,
Yeah, that's about it. What's your name, man?
Jackie.
Jackie. Yeah, just the city of Yorkville, coming through you guys' town, just checking it out, making sure everything's up to par in terms of public servants and stuff like that. So,
Right. Okay. Well, thanks.
for sure. You can call it that. Why, what's up?
Just wondering, this is a secure part of the parking lot for law
Sec-
enforcement vehicles. It's not secure,
Secure.
there's no fence, but...
Yeah, no, because I was just looking there. There's no restricted signs out here at all. What's your
No,
name
well,
and the badge
so,
number,
like,
sir?
I'm Deputy Commander Walt Meyer.
Walt Meyer?
6'9".
6'9". Okay, yeah, like I was saying, there's no restricted signs or anything. Even not even just a gate. It's not even a sign out.
Gotcha. So what are you working on then?
I'm just documenting today, creating, basically gathering content for a story. I went over to the coroner's office over there. I seen him. Okay. So
Are you with a particular publication or?
I really don't want to give out any information like that, Sheriff. Respectfully, I'm just like I say, just want to be able to do exactly what I'm doing unmolested, and we'll be good to go.
Okay. What's your name?
I don't want to give that at this time.
Okay. I mean, I gave my name.
Well,
I know you don't have to. But...
Well, it's right there. There you go. So I'm just exercising rights today. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, this is a controlled area, even if it's not secured.
Controlled?
So it's controlled as in the sheriff's office controls who goes in and out of this area.
Okay.
So if you wanted to go over to like the public side, where the public parking lot,
yeah, actually, I'm
lobby.
gonna get all of it. Right now, I'm just documenting the vehicles. These taxpayer public vehicles, obviously. And
sure.
Just want to be able to do that, because like I said, there's no restricted sign. You guys definitely, if you want to keep people out, you guys should put up a fence, man. It's wide open right now. So
I know there's costs associated with that, obviously, and you gotta get it through the county board and all of that stuff.
Oh, y'all definitely got the money though. I mean, if you bring it up cost, so
Okay, gotcha. Would I be able to get you to head over to the lobby area or the front area, one of the more publicly accessible areas?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just after I get my shots, I definitely head over. I'm not done documenting and gathering my content.
Well, I mean, if there's information you're looking for on the squad cars, you can fill out a Freedom of Information request.
Yeah, I'm going to do one of those as well.
Okay.
But I just want to get some actual shots of the inside of the vehicles and make sure everything looks like it's up to par. We don't see any illegals or anything in there,
What do you mean by illegals?
Well, anything that's illegal, you know what I mean? Drugs or dead bodies and things like that. Being sarcastic and just trying to see if you got a sense of humor, but you get what I'm saying.
I just didn't understand what you were saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. Well, why don't I have you head over to the public area though? This is like I said, this is a controlled area. The sheriff's office does have the ability to control who's in this parking lot area.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
At this point, if you don't have any business like working on the cars, like doing actual function check for the electronics or something like that,
right?
Then there's no need for you to be.
Well, I'm actually like checking the tires and stuff too to make sure that they're they're up to par.
You're not a contractor with the sheriff's office. It sounds like, correct?
Well, I don't need to be. I don't need to be to exercise that right.
Well, for us to be comfortable with people coming in and out of the area, right? What I'm saying is that, if anybody just comes in here, we don't know what they're doing necessarily.
Well, I just explained it, Sheriff. I just respectfully, I did just explain to you exactly what I was doing.
What I'm saying though is that we consider this a controlled area. If you have not been invited to this area for the purposes of working on a car or doing something else with the sheriff's office, I just ask that you step over towards the front end, the public parking lot or the front lobby of the.
Like I said, and again, I'm definitely going to. If you want to just to make sure you're doing everything correctly. If you want to call, you guys have a sergeant or some sort, or
I'm the
someone.
Deputy Commander. So
okay, so who's over you?
The commander.
Okay, well, can you get him or her out here?
He's out of town.
Well,
the next person's the undersheriff. He drove away as I was pulling in for lunch.
Okay, well, yeah, like I say, Sheriff, I'm just.
Sir, at this point, if if you're not going to leave, we're going to start looking at this as a trespassing issue. Then
Well, you can't
start
trespass
demanding-
from public property, sir. You know,
it's controlled public property, and that's
That's
the difference. So public property like the lobby,
That's
that would be
correct.
fine. We wouldn't mess around with
well,
that.
this
because the
this parking
approved-
lot is considered public property as well.
It's considered publicly funded property, but it's controlled property.
It could be. Even if it's controlled, that still doesn't supersede my constitutional rights. If
It-
you're going
it-
to wage war on my rights today, then that's going to be on you. Because 720 ILCS 521-3 states that trespassing don't even apply when the public is when it's public property open to the public.
Open to the public.
That's correct.
Correct. Open to the public.
That's correct.
We wouldn't consider this portion open to the public.
You probably won't personally consider it is, but it's definitely open because there's no restricted signs. You can be just telling me anything.
Well,
if it was just
this is part
restricted,
of- and that's why I didn't press the issue initially.
That's
right?
correct.
We're just having a conversation about it.
Right.
At this point, I'm making you aware
Right.
that this is a controlled, restricted area, that you are not to be here, and that you need to leave this area.
okay, well, and again, like I said, I have a First Amendment right to do so. I'm not out here
Right to
protesting.
speech.
Yeah, I'm not protesting, nor I'm not talking freedom of speech. I'm talking about freedom of press, sir. I'm out here gathering content for a story.
In a restricted area.
This is
That's
not
the
restricted,
issue.
though. It's not restricted.
I'm telling you, it's considered restricted.
You be telling me anything, sir. That's why the whole thing's for signs. Even if you don't have a gate, respectfully, you still should have a sign up to at least say that.
And
There's
you
no
know,
signs
you
at
make an
all.
Excellent point, and that's something that we'll need to look into.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, even when I was just at the management office and coroners, they didn't say anything. So it can't be restricted.
Right. Well, that area, that they control that area over there by the coroner's office, and you said, what was the other one?
Coroners in the management building.
Facilities.
Facilities, correct.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, like I said, if I'm able to basically just do it.
And they control that area. They can choose if somebody wants to do that, but this is the sheriff's office
Right.
property. The sheriff's office considers this a controlled, restricted area.
Right, but it's not restricted. I mean, I hear you.
Physically restricted.
That's correct. And all I'm doing is gathering content. I'm not doing anything nefarious.
If you think about it at somebody's house, they
But
have the ability to control.
That's just
without
it.
a
That's
fence.
just it. We're talking about private and public, though. Public property is different from a house. You
Regardless
shouldn't
of whether
compare the two.
Well, regardless of whether it's public or private property, somebody still has the ability to control who is in that area.
Yeah. So when I'm
Let me. Here's a good example, like military base.
Right.
It's funded by the public, right?
That's
It's-
correct.
It's federal, right?
That's correct.
Can you just walk onto a military base?
If it's unrestricted, you can.
But
You get what I'm saying? Like if you have restricted
there's
signs,
a physical fence.
like say
there,
for instance, like when you go inside the sheriff's department,
Right.
some doors have key cards.
Sure.
So obviously you can't just access the key card door because it's restricted and it states that it is. This parking lot has absolutely no signs at all to say restriction. So if I have a right, and plus it's public property. So if I can document, sir, the rest of these vehicles, it seems like you should be a little bit more transparent, Sheriff.
Our transparency can all be handled via the Freedom of Information Act. If you're looking for vehicle information, you could file it there.
Not even really looking for any type of information in specific. Just want to be able to document these vehicles, these public funded vehicles, unmolested, unbothered, and
That's how you
everything.
can do it through the Freedom of Information Act. That is the way that we would make it.
Well, like I said, I was checking tires and everything too. So I would have, that's a
I'm glad
physical.
you have our safety in mind.
Yeah, for sure. I
appreciate
mean,
that.
it's because it's for the people, right? You guys are out here every day.
Sure.
And I just want to be able to make sure you guys are going to exercise. I mean, I can exercise my rights, and you guys going to uphold the oath it's to.
Sure.
That's all. I'll be here maybe a few more moments, and then I'll hike on in, and we'll be good to go.
Well, I'm going to ask you to do that now. I guess that's what I'm getting at,
Okay.
right? We've kind of laid the groundwork for what needs to happen here.
Okay.
I've made my case here.
Well,
What I'm
but
saying is
respectfully, how you pronounce it? Waltmeyer?
that- Waltmeyer.
Waltmeyer. I'm going to respectfully decline because you did say I'm asking.
Okay, at this point, sir, I'm going to demand your identity, just because
Oh, yeah.
now it would be considered a trespass.
Well, I'm not.
I've given you,
yeah, I'm
I've
just.
given you warnings. I've given you ample opportunity to not ID yourself. All you had to do was comply with my request to leave the area.
Yeah, I know, but you're asking. It's not. So, and let me just get this correct. You're asking for my demand. You're demanding my ID.
How about this? I'll give you one final opportunity. If you depart the area to the public area now, we can call it square. I won't demand your ID. We'll consider it that you didn't understand what was going on. I provided you with the context.
Well, I definitely think you should get. I definitely think you should.
To comply.
You should contact someone of a higher authority before you step into some mess. I'm gonna be honest with you because it's gonna come down on you personally, sir. I'm being perfectly honest with you. When you're in front of the judge, and your lawyer goes to file for qualified immunity, you're gonna lose, sir. You're going to lose your qualified immunity, and you're going to lose the lawsuit in its entirety because I'm telling you, well-established laws, well-established rights So you won't be able to qualified immunity won't be an argument for you.
If this were a public area, I would totally agree with
It is, and it's going to be considered that in a court of law, because you know what if you even look at a case law, ACLU versus Alvarez in the state of Illinois, we have a right to film public officials in the course of your duties.
Sure.
You're in the course of your duties. I'm here doing that.
Me, and I've allowed that the entire time.
But if you're telling me to leave somewhere where I won't be able to do that, that's prior restraint, sir. That's against the law. And I understand because you guys are law enforcement, you think, oh, nothing's going to happen to me, but I don't want you to feel that way because that's cockiness and that's going to get you in trouble.
I don't think I've been cocky during.
No, I'm saying that mental. The mental, if you thought that, it would be cocky. I'm just being perfectly honest with you. Like I said, I'm going to be here for a few more minutes and I'm going to jot on out.
The thing is, though, I'm not particularly concerned with that.
Okay.
Because legally speaking,
yeah,
as we've mentioned before,
that's correct.
You don't have the right to just be here uninvited.
So what law is that? Well, let's go there.
That would be trespass.
How could you trespass me from public property minus a crime, sir? Trespassing you.
The crime is I have alerted you to the fact that you are not allowed in this area. I have demanded that you leave, and if you have failed to leave, that constitutes trespass.
So the thing is, you don't have any trespassing signs, right? There's no restricted signs to say that you would be trespassing. You see how that? Matter of fact, if I can show you back here, it's actually a trespassing sign on that gate right there. What is that indicating?
On the gate all the way in the back?
No, this one right here with this watchtower, with this cell phone tower. It's a sign saying trespassing on that gate.
Absent a sign, I can provide you with verbal notice.
No, I'm just asking you, what does that sign mean on that gate?
The sign means that
if I access that gate right now, I'm trespassing. Yeah. Exactly. So my point is, there's absolutely none of those here for this parking lot.
But I have verbally told you.
Yeah, but you could be just telling me anything, officer. You could just be telling me.
But I'm using my police authority to explain to you. As an employee of this office, I have the ability to explain to you the rules as it pertains to control of this property.
That's correct.
And at this point, what I have indicated to you is that this is a controlled section of the property that is only to be accessed by employees of the office or people who have been brought in for some official purpose.
Absolutely not. Now, I see the sign on this door right here that says personnel only for police to enter.
Sure.
But not the parking lot. You see how, so that should goes to tell you everything else is notated, except the parking lot. And you're saying your authority, you trying to assert unlawful authority right now. It could be, and maybe it's your ego. I suggest that you swallow your pride.
I'm trying not to take it that direction.
I hope, wish, and pray that you don't. I mean, it's on you if you want to wage war against my rights. That's okay. We'll go all the way up to it. And then it's going to come down on you personally, sir. And everybody's going to see this video, and there's going to be a lot of pushback on this because I'm informing you now. The only way that you can hold on to your qualified immunity is if you say those laws wasn't well established.
Okay.
By me conveying them to you?
Let me bring it back to what we were talking about just a minute ago because I think this is going to hopefully clarify something. I don't know if it will, but we're going to try.
Okay.
As I mentioned before, at this point, we had the initial conversation.
Mm-hmm.
We took it as, hey, maybe you just didn't understand what was going on as far as where you could be and couldn't be.
Okay.
Obviously, we've discussed the lack of signage in the area.
That's right.
That's fine. That's something that we can work on putting up better signage.
That's correct.
And we will look at doing that. In the absence of having the signs present now,
mm-hmm.
what I'm indicating is that this is a controlled area of the property,
mm-hmm.
and because you have not been invited, or at least have not indicated to me, you've been invited to this area by an employee of the office to conduct some business for the office,
mm-hmm.
then at this point, you would not have the right to be here.
So I need to be...
Hang on.
Okay, I'm going to let you finish, and then you're going to allow me to finish.
And then I'll
okay, for sure. Okay.
At this point, if you don't want to be identified, I will allow you the opportunity to depart at this point without having been identified, and just consider it a misunderstanding.
Okay.
If you refuse again to depart the area, then I will consider it trespassing in a controlled area because I've provided you with the notice that's legally mandated. I will demand an identification. If you fail to provide an identification, then there we have obstructing a police officer at that point, right? So now we have two offenses that we're dealing with.
Okay.
So, and at that point, if you continue to refuse identity, we would have to bring you into the jail to be fingerprinted to confirm identity.
Okay.
I don't believe any of that is necessary.
Okay.
I'm trying to provide an opportunity for us to get on the off-ramp to that location.
Okay.
Because I think that would be appropriate.
Okay. So am I able to?
This is where I'm providing you with that information at this now. What is?
Okay. What I want to say that's going to be very important for you, sir, is if you're going to obviously threaten me with any type of arrest, and I'm going to be under duress, I want to be able to make that clear on video that I will be doing things under duress from fear of being threatened with arrest from you. But my thing is this: I I'm just want to put these out here just in case. I'm going to have a Fourth Amendment right to be secure. You understand that, right?
Yes, I do.
In terms of identification. So that's the first thing. If you're going to force me to do that, that's going to be another violation on your behalf, sir. The very first thing we need to entertain is this parking lot. So I suggest that you call someone that's of a higher authority to make sure you're doing the right thing. And again, the judge is going to see this video. So he's going to say you had ample opportunity. The young man even told you to call your superior. So swallow your pride. Get rid of the ego, Walt Meyer. I'm being honest with you because you're getting ready to. I do this all over. I know precisely what I'm doing. So, I mean, like I said, if I could document the rest of this parking lot for a few moments, and I'll be right out of here. No problem. I mean, think about it real quick, to be honest with you. Let's just say for the sake of your argument, this is controlled, like you're telling me. Okay. And I'm telling you that it's public property. We're kind of in the middle, right? But to be perfectly honest, Walmart, think about it. There is no signs. So you should take that in consideration and definitely allow a citizen to exercise his right. That would look great for you and this department. It really would, though. You don't think?
I mean, I see what you're saying. But I think we're coming at it from two different angles here, because you're making a handful of assumptions that aren't necessarily legally based.
What am I assuming?
So the assumption number one is that because there is no signs, you can go wherever you want to, right?
On public property, though.
And what we've done is we've dispelled that assumption, because at this point I provided you with information contrary to what your initial belief was.
So, okay, so let me ask you this. Is it, put it like this, and this will say it all for both of us. By you saying you've provided me, right? Mm-hmm. Let's go there first. Let's start with that. Okay. Is it documented? Is there any written rule stating that this is controlled and that the public can't be here if you're not invited in? If it is written, I'll honor that and leave right away. Definitely will. No problem.
Is it written down anywhere? What? I'm sorry.
Like basically, is it documented exactly what you're saying?
Yeah.
You say you provided me with the information, you verbally did, but is it anything documented saying precisely what you're saying? And if it is, I honor it right now and walk right off.
Would you like me to put it down on paper somewhere for you?
No, I wouldn't want you to do that, because then that means you're going and create it now. So I'm just saying, has it been documented? Like, is it written? Is it in stone?
There is ample case law, as you've mentioned before, that an entity that controls a property has the ability to restrict who comes onto that property. That is very well established case law.
Okay.
So I would point you to basically any of the case law that handles trespass, who can be provided access, and when.
That's correct. And I actually gave you a Illinois compiled statute.
Right.
ILS 72521-3. That definitely allows me to be here. And ACLU versus Alvarez, which is a controlling case about the same thing about filming public officials in the course of their duties.
But filming public officials and where they go are two very different concepts.
Well, I mean, obviously you guys got to park here, right? Because this is the sheriff's parking lot. So if I can film you guys coming in, that's in the course of your duties. So that's the same exact thing. So, but real quick, like I said, what I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to be able to get the rest of my footage so I can hike on out. These fine folks over here were beautiful. They let me do exactly what it.
Let me just ask you then. Walk me through specifically what you did, and maybe we can find a happy middle ground.
Just like I was just doing. When you see me right here behind there, all I was doing
So you're filming the outside of the cars, the inside of the cars,
and that's it, literally. And this one, and these were the first three I did. I see you got a couple of right there. Then I'm out of here.
I mean, if you want to come over and take like a couple of snapshots of the cars, that I got no issue with that.
And then that's all I'm trying to do, Waltmeyer. I just want to be able to do it, and that's all we're here to do. Nothing nefarious. Don't have any ill intent.
Cool if I just hung out with you.
I mean, and I'm gonna be honest. I can't tell you not to. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I just where you're at, I guess.
That's cool. I mean, that's cool if I can get the rest of my shots. Man, I mean, you don't have to babysit me. I mean, I'm 40-some years old. I think I know good to go. So I mean, if you want to, I can't stop you.
Sure.
And then, like I said, I go in and hike in. I'm definitely going to file a FOIA for sure for the sheriff's department. For sure.
Fine.
I know you guys got the jail connected too as well over there, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's it.
Okay. Then what I'll have you do here is here's the middle ground.
Okay.
I think this is fair. The vehicles that are like this, that have the regular license plates, those are considered covert vehicles, right?
Covert?
Covert, undercover or whatever. Like,
Okay.
They're just not marked in the same way that obviously this one is marked.
Okay,
right?
unmarked, okay.
Yeah, it's an unmarked car, right?
Okay.
They're considered covert license plates on the car.
Okay.
Would I be able to meet you halfway? You can film the marked cars, right? And if you wanted to look at the unmarked cars, that's fine. If you just avoided the license plates on the unmarked cars.
I
Do you
feel
think that's something we could
I
meet
feel what you're
halfway
saying
on?
because you guys out here doing detective work. You
Right,
don't want to
yeah,
kind of expose stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, I can respect that in a sense. The only thing is, you do know though, anything my eyes can see, I should be able to film. So I mean, respectfully.
I'm trying to meet you halfway here, right? And you can have like stuff like the specific information on the vehicles that are owned, like that'll be provided on the FOIA request.
Right, but I would need the plate in order to FOIA. You feel me? Be honest.
What are you? I guess what would you be looking to FOIA then on?
Well, it'd be like I have actually a list wrote down, so it's like a lot of stuff that I would need. You know, like I said, I do this all over different sheriff's departments all over the state of Illinois. So it's just a numerous of things that I would need when I fill out the FOIA. Like exactly, because you're not the FOIA officer, right?
I'm not.
Okay, right. So yeah, I just put all that stuff down on information, turn it in, and we'll be good to go.
Okay. So, real quick, would you be willing to avoid the plates as much as possible?
I can try, Sheriff. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I can try, Sheriff Waltmeyer. You know, I mean, I'm not really trying to get the plates. It was more or less the inside of the vehicles and stuff like that. So, plates was never really my intention anyway. I never really just zoom in on plates. But unless a sheriff officer do something to me and he's getting ready to pull off, then I have to get the plate. But my thing is really basically the inside of the vehicles and outside. So.
In the inside. I mean, if you want to start walking through, I'll walk with you. I guess I just have a couple. Like, what is your concerns about the inside of the vehicles?
Just making sure everything looks good in there, you know, and that's about it, you know. I mean, you kind of seem like a little, like, you know, skeptical. Do you guys have anything that you're afraid to be captured on camera? Maybe perhaps it's a possibility, right? I mean, we hope not. You know, we definitely put our trust in you guys as citizens. So yeah, but like I said, just the insides. You know, might get some shots of the computer, you guys. You know, I like to see sometimes the AR-15 you guys have sitting up there on the deck or whatever. And that's about it. Outside, we good to go.
I'll walk with you then.
I mean, if you can, like I said, I can't stop you.
No, that's fine. I'll walk with you. We can meet halfway on
Yeah,
it.
yeah. This is not a personal vehicle, right?
It is not.
Right,
No,
okay.
it is county owned.
County owned, okay.
Yep, it's got county license plates on it.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I know this truck costed a fortune, man. So I know you guys can get a gate up here, man. So, you know.
This is a privately owned vehicle.
Okay.
As an employee, I wouldn't do that one.
Okay. Yes. Yo, you guys got a canine unit too, right? I heard some dogs back there. Is it the way you're training them at?
That's animal control.
Oh, animal control. Okay. Okay. I don't see any guns in there today.
Well, there shouldn't be.
Well, you guys have them attached to the dashboards all the time, right?
That one. No, well, they have them in the racks, yeah, but that's only when they're on duty. So if they're parked out here, they shouldn't have the.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Right, because they usually be in that holder right there. Okay.
They should all be inside locked up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and then I just kick the tires, make sure they all see that's all nice and tight. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, no, nothing nefarious there, Waltmeyer.
It's just, it's just odd.
Yeah, I understand, but you know what? It shouldn't be though, because you guys are on camera all day. And your body cam is on right now, right?
Yep.
Okay, for sure. I know this definitely a city vehicle, county rather.
County.
Yeah.
Yep.
I see you guys got a tank, man. What is that like for the SWAT or?
The one with the treads. That is called the snow cap, right? And
Okay.
That would be for inclement weather.
Oh, okay. Like a real bad winter and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, we had
Wow.
an experience back in 2011.
Really?
And to the point where there was so much snow we couldn't actually make it to any calls.
Wow.
So that would be kind of an emergency purposes vehicle.
Couldn't even make it, huh? These tires right here just kick-ass tires, right?
Didn't get it done.
Oh, wow. So that's like letting people know not to even walk through their door.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so. And then, like I said, I'm definitely going to get some shots of the jail because right around the left here, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I would just be cognizant about that, just because they would they would have concerns with somebody perhaps attempting to do something with the other inmates.
Yeah, but you know what?
In a way that's not.
I can understand what you're saying, but even if they do, just and you get a call, just let them know you already talked with me. I'm not doing anything ill. I don't have anything nefarious going on in my mind. So,
and you're just gonna like film the outside.
Yeah, of course I can't go inside.
No,
So yeah.
I just didn't know how. Like, are you gonna be up close to it or far away from it?
Yeah. No, I won't definitely get all the way up on it. Of course not. You guys have watchtowers and things like
They
that.
do have concerns with people getting too close.
Really?
That would be my biggest. I'm not in that division, so I can't speak for them.
Okay.
But
for sure. And then what's the how many? Well, I have FOIA requests, all that, like the inmates and stuff like that. So.
Yep, that's all available.
Okay.
That's actually available on our website too.
On the website?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Like I said, man, I just want to do that right there. I mean, like I said, you want to walk with me, it's all good, man. As long as I'm able to do what I can do. Oh. All right. All right. Appreciate it. Yep.
It's been a while since we last saw TTA here. TTA is at a county coroner's office. Just so everyone is aware, the county coroner's office is a public place. It does say county in front of it, which makes it open to the public. So there should be nothing wrong with him recording inside. Thankfully, the two ladies inside were wonderful and didn't tell him that he couldn't record. Although I do think Jackie wanted to get him out the way that she pointed. But I think that she knew better and played smarter in just going back to what she had to do. TTA then walks out of the building, towards a parking lot. Looks pretty public to me. There weren't any trespassing signs or anything telling him he couldn't be there. See, everyone asks questions, but not all questions shall be answered when they don't have to be. The parking lot, a controlled area? Never heard of that. And he isn't saying it's private either, now is he? If the parking lot was private, again, there would be signs or notices saying that it's private. This deputy just does not want TTA to record inside any of the vehicles. Maybe it's because they have something to hide. He's not understanding that this parking lot is public. He needs to stop spitting bullshit out of his mouth and be quiet, and go on with his day instead of sitting here arguing thinking that he's right, and wasting our good tax-paying money. Trying to trespass someone from public property is a total lawsuit, one that this officer will not win. But eventually, he then starts to meet TTA halfway and letting him record whatever he wants to record. Took this long to come up with an idea like this? Now, how did he become a deputy? To me, I think it was a bad call. Yeah, he ended up letting him record, but I don't get why he couldn't do this before. It is public after all. Overall, this deputy needs another lesson on what's private and what's public, because he surely doesn't understand how either works. That's going to be it for today's video. If you have a video you'd like us to review, please leave a message in the comments. If you'd enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. Be sure to check out the channels we watched today out. Give them a subscribe. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm Police.